Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us again for another creative aging program here at the library. Today we're doing some cool Valentine's kits with Collective Pueblo. Just to let you know, this video is again in two parts, partially because I was interrupted as I was trying to finish it up. So you might hear me say, I'm filming, but that would be because my friend Teresa wanted to come in and say hello to me. I didn't see the sign on my door. So bear with me as that goes through, and we'll learn how to do this together. Again, if you want to register for next week's kit, and oh darn, I don't have one close by me. They're very cute. They're little slow stitching kits, and you actually do get the embroidery frame and everything with them. Make sure to go to pueblolibrary.org and click on the calendar on the left-hand side of the screen, and then go down to next Wednesday, which is the 10th, and go ahead and click on the day, and then our program is at the very end because ours is at night, and you can go in and register that way. And I've only seen about 7 folks register, and I've got 30 kits, so please go ahead and register so that I can get those out to you. I usually get them out either the day before or the day of the program. All right, those are all of our announcements for today, so let me go ahead and get started with the video here on how to make that kit. Hold on one sec, okay, everybody? I have a good one here. Hopefully I have no technical difficulties. Hold on. For another creative aging video. This month, Melissa has gotten us started on some slow stitching projects. So this project today is going to be a couple of heart pins. You have enough supplies in your kit for 2 pins. Pins are right there. You have 3 different colors of floss and some fluff, and we'll get started. So I've already gotten started on my pink heart here. I've made the line for an eye. You can do whatever you want, truly. This is not what you have to do with this project. If you're better at embroidery than me, which I can almost guarantee all of you are, go for it. Do whatever you'd like to do. I'm just going to make my heart say I love you, I think. So here we go. So I've made that first line of that eye. And I'm going to go ahead and try to stitch the top of it. I say try because I am not fantastic, but we'll see what I can do. Here we go. Here's the top of it, and then I'll do the next little cross here, and you can do it with 1 stitch across if you want to, or down here at the bottom I actually did 2 stitches and I did a back stitch, and I'll show you what that looks like here in just a second. Here we go. All right, there's the eye for my I love you heart. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm not even going to break the thread. There's a lot of thread in this particular kit, so I'm not super worried about breaking the thread behind it. And again, it's going to be sewn together, so that's good. So I'm going to go ahead and make a heart right here. And we'll see how I do. And when I'm doing this, I'm actually going to try to do some back stitching. So I'll start with the first like that. And then my next stitch, I'm going to start ahead and then go back through the hole that I made to begin with so that it's a continuous line. That's sort of what back stitching looks like. I'm learning this right along with you guys. There's a whole style of very, very intentional type of stitching that Melissa really likes. It's called slow stitching, and she's a big fan of it, and I think it's beautiful. I'm not very good at it. I'm not actually all that great at doing things with a whole lot of intention. In case anybody knows me, I kind of fly by the seat of my pants most of the time. But this is always good for me too, because it helps me slow down. Oh, I don't like that last stitch. I'm going to take it out. But it does help me slow down. It helps me think through what I'm trying to do. And hopefully not make a big old mess. But I think I just made a big old mess. That's okay. I'll fix it.
This is why everybody comes, I think, is because they know I'm not any better at it than they are. Okay. All right. I think we can still call that a decent heart. So here we go. Well, if it's not, I'll just say that I heartbreak you. There you go. There'll be my solution to that. Here we go. So like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and back stitch all of that. And go there. Call it a heart. There we go. Look at that U heart. Oh, I did it. All right, now I'm going to do the U. Again, I'll start it that way and then I'll back stitch the rest of it. I'm running out of room on my heart. That's a problem. Oh well. Never said spatial organization was my best feature either. That's okay. Making it for myself, right? Not for other people. There we go. My heart says I love you, and I do. I miss all of you guys so much. I wish you were here in person to make fun of me and my absolutely horrible sewing. But anyway, I'm going to tie that off here on the bottom. Cut it off just like I would normally. Okay, here's my I love you. So I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to use the white here. And I will stitch it together. I think at this point we've made enough pins that you know that you can either hot glue on this pin in the back, or you can just kind of whip stitch sew it on if that's something that you're more comfortable with. I will of course be hot gluing mine. So funny. My not paying attention to when my mom was trying to teach me how to sew always comes back to bite me in the weirdest ways. All right, here we go. Look, if I can do this and be up, see, look, I started talking. I was 2 for 2. I had been filming myself threading the needle on a previous video, but my camera fell off the stand, and so I had to start filming over again. So I'm going to go in between the two so that that tail hides inside the heart, and then I'll put them together and then just start, because I like to just whip stitch. I'm pretty good at whip stitching at this point. Whip stitch, so that just means I'm going around the two edges. The edge is shut here. And like I said, please, 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 please decorate this more. It'll be so cute if you do. But for the interests of time and the fact that I'm not, like I said, terribly confident in my embroidery decorating skills, I did not decorate the rest of the heart, but you are more than welcome to continue the heart decoration in any fashion you see fit. I had been saying in the video where my phone fell, I filmed this on my phone, that I still have leftovers from the ugly sweater kit, some sequins and beads and things like that. So if the eye of your needle can go through those beads and sequins that you maybe have left over from the project that we did in December, feel free to use them. Use anything you'd like. If you have glittery thread, if you have some extra scraps of fabric that you think are pretty, you can do whatever you want. This is just kind of a really basic idea of what's happening here, not a you have to make it this way. situation. In fact, I really encourage you to not make exactly what I make, because then there's not really a whole lot of creativity there, I don't think. I think it's important to explore your own way of doing it. That's a big part of my philosophy when it comes to making, is just explore for yourself. See what you like. I think my heart's going to look a little bit like a voodoo heart, to be real honest with you, at the end of it. So poorly sewn together. I'm so bad at it. Why? Anyways, do it your way. Do make something that you think is beautiful and that you can be proud of. I don't know if you guys are paying any attention to the watercolor video I did the last month. I've been working on teaching myself watercolors so I can teach you guys watercolors. But that's what I try to do. I keep everything that I've made, even if it's junky, or I think it's junky anyhow, so that I can learn from it. I think that's an important thing to do. Crafting strengthens your brain and builds your creative muscles, and that's really, really important at any stage of life. My mom started me working with my hands when I was very, very young, but I'm glad that I've continued to do so as I've gotten older. I think it makes me a calmer and better person for sure. All right, so we're almost done whip stitching the ends of our heart together, and as you can see, I get more even as I go. But you know, I'm doing this fast. If I was doing it not fast, I think it'd be a little bit neater. Here we go.
Okay, right about there is where I got interrupted. So if you give me 2 seconds, I'll pull in the next video and you guys can see the end of the project. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, just to finish up, because I was interrupted there briefly, and I'll trim that out. We're going to finish sewing up our heart that we made so poofy. Here we go. Lovely poofy. Here we are. Here we are. There it is. So we'll finish sewing that up. Hopefully these two videos will load right next to each other and we won't have any issues. All right, here we go. All right, so there we are. And there is the heart all sewn up. Looks pretty cute, I think. Awesome job. We can tuck the thread in between the two to tie it off so that you don't have a knot in the front. All right, we will trim that up. And there you go. So what I was saying is that you can either, before you sew them together, you can just whip stitch that pin onto the back there, which is going to be perfectly fine. Or if you're me and you're concerned about it, put a line of hot glue there and stick it up. Just make sure that you have it. There's a couple of things to make sure of. Make sure that you don't glue the pin shut. So there's this little lever action there, so you want to make sure that you're very careful by sewing that end down. And then you also want to be sure to sew it so that it is, or to glue it so it's standing straight up. If you sew it, what you do by looping around the bottom piece of wire there, it doesn't really worry so much because it'll wiggle back and forth. All right, that is tonight's project. I hope you guys make beautiful ones. As always, I encourage you, if you have the time and ability, to go ahead and take pictures of your finished products and send them to me. One of the things that we had wanted to do with the Creative Aging Grant was we wanted to have a art show to to demo everybody's beautiful creations that they had made. And obviously we did not get to have an art show this year. So if you want to go ahead and send me pictures, I will show them off to lots of different folks and show off your creations, but they won't be public. I won't put them out on like Facebook or anything like that. You can send them to me at my email, sharon.rice@pueblolibrary.org. All right, guys, thanks for joining with me for 2 videos worth of sewing together some hearts. Make sure you register for next week's program. We're going to do some slow stitching of little hearts in some embroidery frames. All right, guys, thanks very much for tuning in, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
All right. I think the only thing that we missed was that I stuffed some stuffing inside the small opening that was left there before I sewed it up. That's pretty much the whole program that was missed when my friend Teresa interrupted us. That's okay. It was nice to say hi to her. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's program. I had fun making it, even if I feel like I'm like a toddler when it comes to sewing. Next week we will do more embroidery. I'll do the best I can to show that to you as well. You guys are all better than me. You know this, right? Anyways, until I get to see you again, I want you to stay safe, stay healthy, keep making. Someday soon I'll get to see you in person. Have a great day, guys. Bye.